Hello fellow adventurers, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. On this channel you'll be seeing a bunch of new world content, from tutorials to guides to gameplay. And a quick note before I start the video, I just want to say this real quick because it's funny to me. I'm not using a webcam because I just don't like it, but my in-game character actually looks exactly like me, and I'm dead serious when I'm saying this, because when I actually showed my character to my girlfriend, she was like, what did you do? Did you just picture yourself and put yourself into the game? And yeah, this character looks exactly like me, so you can imagine that I'm this guy, and basically I am in the new world. I'll be posting daily most of the time, but I don't want to make any promise in that regard, because I am going to focus a lot more on the quality of my content instead of the quantity. I want my videos to be perfect in the way that I make them, in my opinion to be perfect at least, and I would love you to join, if you are playing on the EU of course, because I'm from Europe, to join on my server. Let's play together, let's maybe create a company, let's have some fun together. Why not? I'd really appreciate if you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I basically started this channel just for having fun with people and meeting new people. So I would love you to join on my server. I would love you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and support me, as I'm going to try to support you with my videos and hopefully make engaging and entertaining content for you guys. With that out of the way, let's get started. Oh no, the clock is ticking. We have to start the video. I'm going to show you the best way to actually level in New World. First of all, I'm going to set you up for success, to make your life as easy as possible when you're traveling around the world, when you're doing all those things. I'll give you heads up to what to do, and then we'll get to leveling. So my first and foremost tip for you guys would be to create a healer. Basically, you get a life staff, because in this game you don't need to actually, there are no classes. Basically, you can be whatever class you want at whatever given time. So you just get a life staff, level that up a little bit. So you do get it, like mine is level 6 right now, close to level 7. So you do get some of those talents or abilities from healing or whatever you want. And having a healer, it's so important, but you don't need to put your points into focus to become a healer. You'll have decent heals by just having the life staff and actually upgrading it. You can put some points into focus, or you'll just get points from gear. It doesn't really matter, but you'll have decent healing capabilities. And why am I saying that? It's very important to get a healer in the game. As you can see, I have a Staff of Azoth right here. It's not the Staff of Azoth, it's the Staff of Life. What am I saying? It is so important because there are dungeons in this game. Yes, there are dungeons of 5 people where healers are very important, and there are not many people that play healers, not that many at least. So you being a healer, or at least having the capability to heal people, will get you into most of the groups into those dungeons. You'll be able to grind dungeons like crazy, and those dungeons give you very good gear, and you'll get very good materials like opal. You'll get actually better materials. As you can see, I have 5,000 gold just from grinding dungeons and getting raw materials. Gold is a very important thing, so don't get me wrong, leveling is also very important, but getting those trade skills, those gathering skills, those crafting skills, getting everything leveled up is fairly important too. So I will just show you what can doing those dungeons get you in terms of selling. So as you can see, I'm selling a bunch of stuff on the market right now. I'm selling diamonds, I'm selling carnelian, I'm selling brilliant topaz, brilliant sapphire, I'm selling flawed emerald. I'm selling so many things just by doing those. As you can see, I sold a brilliant carnelian for 600 gold. So I think I got that simply from doing the Amrine dungeon. Whenever I played the Amrine dungeon, I only played as a healer because people simply need heals. There are not many spots for DPS. Most of the people play DPS, some people like to play tank, but healers are the most important. If you just have good healers that can sustain your team, you'll be able to shred those dungeons and get a lot of benefits. So just by having the ability to be a healer, you'll be able to get into most of the groups, and you'll be able to level very fast and get a bunch of good stuff. So with that out of the way, I'll talk a little bit about the town, because a lot of people are talking about the soundboard when it comes to those type of XP videos, right? To how to get a lot of experience in the game. I'll tell you a little bit about the soundboard. Well, I'm not really focusing on the soundboard at the moment. is not that much fun to me, but it is important though. What I want to mention though, the way that I did most of my town board projects, I simply go into the world, right? Do my main quests, do my story quests, do whatever I have to do, the faction missions, whatever is in this game. You know, I simply gather stuff, I simply kill animals, skin them, I go into farming routes. I'll have some videos with farming routes for a lot of materials for you guys later into the channel. What I wanted to say is that by just playing the game, right, you're just playing the game, you're just doing your thing, you'll get a lot of those missions done already. And you just get here, let's say I have 30 timber, I start this mission. If I already had the 30 timber, I'd be able to simply click complete. And as you can see, this mission gives me 520 XP and the territory standing, which is very important. The territory standing is very important because when those things level up, you'll be getting a bunch of experience also. So you must watch out for territory standing XP too, not only your normal experience. You're not getting a lot of gold from this, but you're getting a bunch of experience. So just by playing the world, because that's what I'm saying, don't focus on the soundboard that much, just go into the world, have fun, right? Do your thing. Let's see if I'd only have like 1 timber. I don't have a lot, so I can't really complete that mission. Most of the time, if you're just doing your gathering thing, like let's say I went into the world, collected a bunch of woods, cut a bunch of trees, I'd be able to make that timber. And I'd be able to simply just get into the town, get check-in, I don't know, turn in some quests, whatever I'd have to do in the town, and then easy peasy, go to this, click complete, and I'd be able to do that with multiple missions at a time. That's why I'm really loving this game, because you can do a lot of things and you're doing a lot of other things on the sideline. So that would be my take on the town board. You can use it whatever way you want, but my advice to you would be to check it daily if you completed any missions without even knowing it. Another tip for setting you up for success would be to manage your waypoints smart. First of all, I'd say that you want to buy a house. Don't use your money on anything else. I have 5,200 gold and I'm saving for a house. This house costs $10,000, but gold. This house costs 5,000, so I can basically buy this one. But I do not want to buy a house in Windsward. I'll be making a video more detailed on the house later, but I want to tell you how to set those waypoints things, like where to set your inn location, where to buy your house, and all that jazz. Well, first of all, why I don't want to buy a house in Windsward is because it's controlled by my faction. I'm in the Marauders faction on this server, right? So just traveling by fast travel, it'd be the cheapest Azoth cost to fast travel into Windsward for me. It'd be much more expensive to travel into another settlement that's controlled by another faction. So you don't really need to buy a house in your own faction. It's not that important, I'd say. I'd rather buy a house in a settlement that's actually far away and I really need to go to, but it's expensive from an Azoth standpoint. So let's say I'd buy the house here, but also you want to take a look at the property tax. It is very important that you don't have huge property tax. So if you just click on the settlement, you'll be able to see the taxes right here, 10% on this one, and I already know where I want to buy my house. I'll be buying it right here because it's a 5% property tax. It's not even controlled by the Marauders, so it'll be a very good spot to buy a house right here because I'm still in the level 25s. I'll be going to those 26 zones later, but I'll simply set up my inn in around those places. So I'd say that in the zones that are controlled by your faction, you don't really need to set up any points because it's the most cheapest for you to fast travel because you get a bunch of benefits if the zone is actually controlled by your own faction. So for me, you'd be like buy a house in Everfull, set up my inn right now in Cutlass Keys, let's say. Even though it's controlled by my faction, I actually go to this place, but you can set up your inn whatever you want and whenever you want, so that doesn't really matter. For the moment, I'd set it up here, and so as I said, I'd buy my house here, I'd set up my inn here, and I'd be able to teleport here whenever I need to, and for cheaply. So a good tip would be to buy the house in a far away place because you can teleport to your house from wherever. Let me show you a little bit. So don't do this mistake. Don't spend your gold on anything else. Try to just get your first home. Now let's go into different leveling methods that we have not talked about yet. You have the gathering materials leveling method, which is probably the slowest one because you're not getting a lot of experience from that. You do have farming mobs, which is a pretty fast one if you are going to into those good farming spots. Like, let me show you a couple of spots. It would be around here in Salty Marshes, in Cutlass Keys. It would be around here, Dead Menkar. Around here there are a bunch of pirates, but you do need to be quite a higher level to be able to do this. There are many good spots where you can just gather mobs and kill all of them at once. It's very, very simple. So that's a different method. There is also spamming dungeons. Like, this dungeon also has a repeatable quest where you simply have to get some bones for a dog. You just do the dungeon with people, you get a bunch of loot, as I said, and you also do this quest with, it gives you 5,000 XP, so it's huge. Quests give you much more experience than town projects, that's for sure. The main quest though, it's very, very important to do. So this is the most efficient way to level, in my opinion, is doing quests and also doing those other things like gathering, like professions, doing them on the sideline. Like, you're just traveling around the world to get your quests done, right? And then you see an iron vein, or you see a silver vein, or you just cut some trees down, or you see a mob that's skinnable for you, and you're leveling up your professions also. That's very, very important for crafting and stuff. So always try to do all those things at once. There is no hurry into the game. You don't need to reach level 60 as fast as possible, but you can just optimize your patterns and you can just optimize your way of playing, that you make sure you get it as fast as possible in your way of playing. So you don't really need to do anything in particular. Just keep those things in mind and you'll be able to level very, very quick. I promise you. I don't know if I told you, but I played the game only for 4 days and I'm already level 25 almost, right? And I haven't really played a lot daily. I play like 3 or 4 hours a day, and I've been chatting around, I've been defending forts, I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff, not really focusing on the leveling experience, but I will focus on the leveling from now on because I want to level a little bit to be able to equip better gear. But I will also on the sideline, as I told you, because I really care about the trading skills. So I'll be leveling my logging, I'll be leveling my mining, my harvesting, my skinning, I'll be leveling everything. But while I'm leveling my character, so I do all of them together, because I don't want to get to level 60 and then just cut trees all day, or search for iron veins and get all those different routes and simply farm like that and get my everything done. I don't want to do that. That's boring to me. I'd rather go to my main place where I have to go to complete my quests and everything and collect stuff along the way. That's much more fun for me, and I simply enjoy to play the game like this, to play the game in your way, because once you're reaching level 60 there's a bunch of things to do also, but the leveling experience will be gone. You won't be able to level your character anymore, and in some time you'll be missing that, trust me, because the leveling experience is basically the best part of this game. So try to enjoy it as much as possible. Keep those things in mind to just optimize your way of leveling, and you'll be good to go. But thank you very much for watching. I am the Win here. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more content, more new world content, because as I told you, I'll be posting daily. At least try to post daily, because this video take quite a lot to edit. But yeah, this is just my first video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys into the next one.